What's up, guys, and welcome back to another comic book review video where I say words and you, the beautiful people, listen. It is I, your crazy Nicolas Cage, your steward of Gondor, your genius, billionaire playboy, basic YouTuber philanthropist, SuperCliff. And would you kindly hit that like and subscribe button for every little bit helps in this majestic YouTube world. And today, guys, we are continuing our adventure across the vast reaches of DC's Infinite Frontier with Justice League, issue number 63, written by Brian Michael Bendis. Bendis is coming, with the art drawn by David Marquez. And away we go. And so our story begins with Naomi waking up in a functioning, non-apocalyptic hospital room. So clearly this takes place sometime in the future, following her confrontation with Zumbadu. Now immediately she begins to have an anxiety attack as she sees a ton of TV screens in front of her, screens featuring data on Zumbadu and a Brutus. But clearly the TV image of Zumbadu is what's getting Naomi especially worked up. Now eventually Naomi is greeted by Black Canary, and Dinah, she's checking in on her, making sure Naomi's okay. Now Naomi, she's wondering if she's under arrest with regards to what happened back on her homeworld. And so we're immediately led to believe that Naomi, she did something bad. However, Dinah, she's acting pretty chill, despite Naomi's concerns. The only thing Black Canary wants to know is what the heck happened to Naomi back on her homeworld, to which Naomi's response is that she lost it. She went batshit crazy. And this is when we flash back in time, where the previous issue last ended. And as we're given this flashback, Naomi's providing a voiceover to how she was feeling during the battle against Zumbadu. For when she was face to face with him, she felt hopeless, scared, and broken. Which makes sense. I mean, her body's phasing in and out, Batman's missing, the team's powers are acting haywire-ish, and Superman, the Man of Steel, he got his ass kicked. Therefore, the only response Naomi has is to fight Zumbadu, to bring this guy down to the ground. And that's exactly what she does, as Naomi charges towards him. But whilst this is happening, Hawkeye's nth metal mace begins acting up in the same way it was acting up back when they first fought Brutus. And thus, a giant explosion occurs right in the middle of the battlefield. Now, despite the Flash, who's begging everyone that they need to leave and that they have to escape through the portal, Naomi doesn't give a damn, for her rage against Zumbadu is consuming her, making her punch the villain across the face multiple times. Even Black Adam joins in on the punching, along with Hawkgirl. And Naomi, she is so angry that when Superman tries to hold her back, she punches him, punches Superman, which causes everyone to go silent. But eventually Hippolyte goes up to her and tells Naomi that they need to fall back now. Now, amidst the Justice League preparing to leave, a couple of things occur. One, we see Black Adam walking over to Brutus's wounded body. And as Brutus is about to say something, Black Adam sits him back down by using his lightning, and Black Adam tells him that this was for conduct. Also in the background, all the non-supervillain people, like those who helped Aquaman, along with many others, they're seeing this fight take place before them. They are seeing the Justice League beating up on their oppressors. And so basically, this is shown to hint that our heroes are inspiring the people. Now, before the portal closes, Batman pops up and we see Bats carrying something in his arms. However, we don't know what it is. And with that, the Justice League escapes for the portal. And thus we switch back to the hospital with Naomi and Black Canary. Now, eventually the rest of the Justice League pop in to check up on Naomi. And with her vitals being good, Naomi wonders as to just how long until they can return back to her homeworld, because she feels guilty that her people are still trapped with Zumbadu and Brutus. Flash mentions that this experience has definitely showed the team on just how much they don't know, and so they'll have to do some proper testing and studies before returning back. But Batman, he sort of puts on his drill sergeant face, and he lets Naomi know that even if they had a safe way to return, she's in no condition to take on a mission of that size, because she's a bomb, a walking, talking embodiment of rage. And so Batman, he can't risk her jeopardizing the mission. Meanwhile, Flash is still talking about Naomi's world, and he doesn't have a clue as to what it is, with regard to the Omniverse, wondering if it's some part of another universe, or if it's a doorway to a new time-space altercation. Like, he's just trying to list out all the possibilities. Also, Flash makes a claim that the 52 universes that are part of the multiverse, perhaps only 52 have been mapped. Therefore, there might actually be more, just waiting to be discovered. Batman then reveals the device that he carried over from earlier, and what we see is a small glowing cube, a device of sorts that was used by Brutus in order to travel back and forth between worlds. And this is where we pan over to McMurph, who's essentially drinking herself to death. Now, eventually she is met by Zumbadu, and he tells her that he wants to see the device that she made behind his back to travel to Earth. But she lets him know that some asshole in a pointy-ear suit stole the device and trashed her tech, hence as to why she's drinking nonstop. Now Zumbadu offers her and Brutus a chance, for if they can obtain the resources and create a new device to get him over to Earth, then their betrayal will be forgiven. And as Zumbadu's walking away, we get a close-up shot of Brutus, and he is pissed that he now has to work for the villain who trashed his world. Next, we pick up outside the Hall of Justice, where Black Adam is hovering, and he's met with the arrival of Superman. And Superman lets him know that he wants to offer Black Adam a place on the Justice League. But when Black Adam asks Superman if Superman wants him to be like him, Superman tells him, "No, dude, I want you to be better, for you're one of the great powers of this generation, and The Rock's playing you in the movie." And so, with such power, that comes with an obligation to the world, not just the people of Kahndaq, for you can help everyone. Eventually, Hippolyte shows up, and she lets Superman know that she's taking her leave. Now, Black Adam, he tells her that he knows their personal history has been frustrating to say the least, and that the two of them know that words mean nothing, only actions. And so with that, Black Adam turns to Superman, and he tells him that he hopes he will be given the opportunity to show Superman, to show everyone that he can be better, that he can be a hero. Inside the Hall of Justice, as everyone is trying to figure out the deal with Hawkgirl's mace, Green Arrow and Batman are talking in the rich guy corner. And Green Arrow is telling Bats that he's been fronting the money for the Hall of Justice to run smoothly, at least until Batman can become rich again, because, you know, he's straight up poor in the main Batman book. But it's during this conversation that Green Arrow can see that Batman can see something that none of the other Leaguers can see. In a very strategical sense, of course, because he's not psychic, he's just Batman. However, before Green Arrow can press Batman's thoughts, Naomi shows up, and she tells the team that she wanted to apologize for her losing her cool back on the battlefield, because this life of being a superhero, it's all so new to her, and at the end of the day, she's only a teenager. She's a kid. However, they all let her know that there's no need to say sorry, girl, because, you know, these things happen, and they guarantee Naomi that someday she'll get another shot at Zumbadu. And whenever that day comes, the Justice League, they'll be right behind her, because it's here where the team lets Naomi know that she's welcomed to the Justice League. Justice League, issue number 63, was a fantastic conclusion to Brian Michael Bendis' first story arc for his run on DC's iconic team. Bendis' work on Justice League continues to impress me. Yeah, though Bendis can have a dud, such as his time on Superman, the man overall, he can still write, and hot damn on a stick does Bendis weave a narratively satisfying conclusion. Now, I'll admit, upon reading this issue, I was actually nervous since the story started off following the fight between the League and Zumbadu, because typically I find that form of storytelling to be insufficient, because, as is shown here, we already know that Naomi's safe. Because of this reveal, we the readers are never gripping the pages. Thus, I was really anticipating that this was going to be the issue which would begin the downward spiral to Bendis' Justice League. Yet, the man, he proved me wrong. In addition, though the term Bendis speak is highly noticeable within this book, it actually sort of works. And that's mostly because it's a team-based book, along with the team's cast of characters. You know, their characters being highly distinct from one another. And so because of that, the use of Bendis speak actually improves the conversations between our diverse cast of characters. So basically, what Bendis' work on Justice League tells me so far is that if DC simply places Bendis on books where his writing skills can elevate said book, then DC should do that all the time. You know, as any comic book publisher should do with their writers. But, you know, I digress. Now, when it comes to the book's art, it seriously is the gift that keeps on giving. For Marquez's work is one of the key reasons as to why I love this run on Justice League. Therefore, I was extremely sad to have found out that he won't be drawing the next issues of Justice League. So hopefully whoever Bendis managed to grab as an artist, he at least got someone who draws similarly to Marquez. Overall, Justice League issue 63 was another great issue and a fantastic end to a fun story arc, successfully adding new characters to the Justice League's roster while setting up Zumbaru as the big bad for the series. So yeah, I can't wait to see what Bendis and his team of creators have cooking up next. Justice League issue number 63 gets a 9 out of 10.